Hello everybody, my name is Davis and welcome back to another video, and today we are here for another severe weather forecast. Now, it has been a minute since we've done one of these, mainly because there hasn't been a whole lot to talk about lately severe weather wise, but soon we are going to be talking about a big time severe weather and potentially tornado event that could be very impactful for a certain portion of the United States, and we could be talking about a few more of those as we enter the month of February as well. So today we're going to be giving you all the information on everything that you need to know about these outbreaks. So let's go ahead and get right into it, starting off by looking at the Storm Prediction Center outlook for today, where we have a slight risk, the Storm Prediction Center outlook for Wednesday here, where we have a slight risk of severe weather for portions of central Texas there. This is not a massive slight risk of severe weather, and for the most part, it does look like it's going to be a hail and wind threat. However, we can't rule out an isolated tornado or two if we do see any discrete supercells form in portions of central Texas here, because there will be cape, there will be wind shear, all that nasty stuff. So any cell that does manage to become discrete and take advantage of that environment could potentially produce a tornado or two. Now, moving on to Thursday's severe weather outlook here, we see that we have a slight risk of severe weather once again for portions of Texas, just moved off to a little bit farther to the east. And this area of Texas is much more populated, obviously. We've got everywhere from San Antonio back over to Waco, Texas, included in that slight risk of severe weather on Thursday. That holds almost 6 million people, and that will likely grow with time, and we may even see an enhanced risk of severe weather get issued for potentially some significant damaging winds across sections of eastern Texas. So why do I think that? Well, if we take a look at the RGEM model here, we can see that as we play this out, we can see that we've already got showers developing across sections of Texas, but these will just explode here as we go into Wednesday, producing big-time thunderstorms across sections of Texas and Oklahoma. This is Wednesday night at about 10 p.m. We see some of the first potential severe storms start to develop there right along the Red River Valley. By 1 a.m. on Thursday, we could be dealing with more of those across sections of Arkansas, Oklahoma, and Texas, and by Thursday morning, those explode even further, again, with a big-time damaging wind threat potentially developing across sections of eastern Texas as well as western sections of Arkansas. And these storms could make all the way into the Ohio Valley, which is quite rare here to see in January. That does not happen very often. We're going to be seeing much above average temperatures and dew points that is allowing for this to happen here. Again, big-time damaging winds across sections of the lower Mississippi Valley, but anywhere that we do see an enhanced area of cape or wind shear, we can't rule out an isolated tornado. Same thing with SRH. So let's go ahead and talk about those dew points here. If we take things over to the RGEM model once again, if we actually take a look here at the GFS model, because unfortunately the RGEM model does not do dew point readings, but the GFS here does, and it shows us that we're already seeing dew points into the low 60s for areas right along the Gulf Coast there, but those will push much further inland with time here, right? This is by Wednesday evening. We are already talking about dew points entering the 60s and even close to the 70s for areas along the Gulf Coast of Texas. And that will continue. By Thursday, that pushes even further off to the east there for areas like Louisiana, Mississippi, and Arkansas. And look at this, guys. This is Friday morning and Thursday night. We see those dew points into the 50s, that yellow shaded region, all the way into sections of southern Illinois, which is extremely rare to see in the month of January. Dew points will remain in the mid to high 60s for areas right along the Gulf Coast. Areas in Alabama could be talking about higher dew points there. It's really going to travel with our line, obviously. So we could end up seeing some severe weather on the East Coast here Friday and Saturday. I wouldn't completely rule it out, but I'm not going to say quite yet that it's incredibly likely either. So here is the GFS model's outlook for cape and wind shear crossovers, basically the two main ingredients that you need for severe weather. Not the only things, but some important things to note here. We can see that we are going to have some cape and wind shear mixing over in sections of southern Texas as early as Wednesday afternoon there. And as we push this into Wednesday evening, we can see that that kind of enhances, especially across sections of extreme southern Texas there. And really that just sweeps its way across Dixie Alley. We're going to be seeing some of that cape and wind shear mixing over across parts of Oklahoma, Kansas, Arkansas, Missouri. Again, even into portions of the Ohio River Valley there, we could see a little mini severe weather event if that batch of cape and wind shear mixes over enough. So we'll kind of see what happens with that. Again, maybe a signal for some severe weather there in the East Coast kind of early this weekend, but it's a little too far out to tell exactly what's going on with that. So finally, we talked about in the intro how there could be some more severe weather outbreaks as we go into the beginning part of February. So let's kind of elaborate on what we mean by that. So again, we got that severe weather system. That'll be out of here by this weekend. But look at this. It does end up bringing some significant severe weather across portions of Texas, Oklahoma, and Arkansas likely. Damaging winds, large hail, maybe an isolated tornado. It is also worth mentioning again that maybe we do have a bit of a secondary threat there across sections of the Central Plains for a couple of isolated severe storms as well. Now, this could actually bring some snow on the north northern side of it towards the end of the event here. This is Friday evening. Talking about a big batch of snow mixing in there with some of our rain all the way from Massachusetts back into Illinois, but likely will not accumulate since temperatures will be well above freezing most likely in most of those areas there. So we continue to play this out here, and we kind of see another one of those severe weather systems building early next week. And look at this. More of those thunderstorms really just explode across sections of Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, and Mississippi, and that is really just the pattern that we're in. Now, it is entirely possible that these actually create some winter storms as well for parts of the East Coast, nor'easters per se. We could be talking about some significant ice and snow accumulations across sections of the Ohio Valley and the Mid-Atlantic region if things were to play out like this. Now, remember, we are forecasting extremely far out here on the GFS model, so take all this with a grain of salt. Does not mean that it is going to happen, certainly. In fact, it probably won't, but just know that there is a potential signal for it, and the GFS has been quite consistent on this for a while. So that's going to be it for this video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe. But before we do end off here, we do have a few things to talk about. Now, number one, obviously, as always, I'd like to thank every single one of our channel members here. You guys are what keeps this running here. This is making this a potential career option for me in the future, just due to the sheer fact that you guys are incredible. So again, thank you to every single person that has become a member. If you'd like to become a member, click that link down below in the description. I'm trying to get better at doing members-only content, but I have been kind of slowing down on that recently. However, soon I am planning a couple of members-only streams as well as some members-only forecasts. So if you would like to get early access to videos, exclusive forecasts, stickers in live chats, stuff like that, and just general shoutouts like this, make sure to click that link down below. Another thing that I'd like to talk about is that at the time of uploading, my brand new channel, Davis Does Games, is officially here. We're going to be doing potentially daily to weekly gaming content on this channel here. Let's see if we can go ahead and get this channel to 100 subscribers by the end of the day. This right now is about 30 minutes before the video announcing this channel is premiering. So right now it has 1 subscriber, and that is me. So go ahead and click that subscribe button on that channel if you're interested in that kind of stuff, or if you just want to, you know, like my personality, want to support me. That helps out a lot. Greatly appreciated. And finally, I'd like to make sure that you guys know that we do have a 2025 severe weather forecast video. You guys have been pushing that video out to recommended just because of how many times you guys have been watching it, so thank you very much for that. If you haven't already seen it, make sure to check it out, because we do give some really good information there talking about what every single area of the country can expect severe weather-wise in 2025. So that's going to be it for this video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you all for tuning in, and I'll see you all in the next one. Stay safe.